we have Pilates in the house, so we are going to be using our Pilates ball. Now, if you don't have a Pilates ball, you can either roll up a hand towel or you can actually use a yoga block as well for some of the exercises. So think about lengthening today. Think about core engagement, right? But we definitely want to extend through the legs. We want to maintain neutral alignment on most of the exercises, meaning that you have that little curve in your back, especially when we are on top of the ball. And I just want you to enjoy this workout. So again, think about pulling through the rib cage. It's that engagement through the core and really deep down into those deep muscles, all right? Making sure your head is slightly tucked under so that you have less pressure on your neck when we're doing some of our extended work. And you can go ahead and get yourself comfy on your mat. We're going to start in an all-four position with the ball in between our knees. All right. You're going to make sure your feet are flat against the floor. Put the ball right in between the knees. We're just going to work on some breathing. Spread the fingertips on the mat. Push the shoulders away from the mat. And engage through the belly. Take a nice deep breath in. Expand through the ribs. And then exhale. Give me a little tuck under into that cat stretch. And then again, inhale, expand through the ribs. And then exhale as you round through the spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. And we're going to tuck those toes underneath. So you're going to feel a little bit of stretch through your toes and through your feet. And we're going to slowly lift the knees off the floor. And then you're going to slowly let it release. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as you lift. And then inhale as you lower back down. And then exhale as you lift. And inhale as you lower. Expanding through the belly. Lift the knees up. And then slowly let it float back down. And again, lifting up. And slowly lower. Think about squeezing the ball in between those knees. And then slowly bring it down. One more time, we're just going to hold it and hover. Really feel the inner thighs activate. Push the shoulders away from the mat. Take some deep breaths. And we're going to squeeze that ball for 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back down. Press back into little child pose. Let everything release. And then slowly come all the way back up to all fours. Taking that ball into that left hand. We're going to be extending opposite arm and leg. So we're going to extend out. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you round. Tapping the ball to the thigh. Extend out. And bring it back in. That's 2. Extend out. Push through the back of the knee. Bring it back in. That's 4. Reach it out. Bring it back in. 5. Tucking that chin. Reach it long. Bring it back in. 6. Extend. Nice deep breath. 7. One more. Extend it out. And gently bring it back in, and then lower it down to the mat. Switching over to the other side, bringing that ball into that right hand, extend that left leg, take a nice deep breath out, and inhale as you curl in. Exhale as you extend. Inhale, curl, exhale as you curl in. Inhale as you lengthen, that's 3. Bring it in, and extend, reach, that's 4. Nice long extension, and 5. Beautiful. And 6. Really connect through the glute. And 7. One more. And 8. And then slowly bring it all the way down. Beautiful. Press back into little child pose. Let that lower back release. You can shift those hips side to side. Get a good little stretch through the obliques. That's it. Beautiful. Take your hands on top of the ball. And we're going to curl up into a little cat stretch. So take a nice deep exhale. And then inhale as you extend and reach. Exhale as you curl, articulating through the spine, dropping the hips down towards the heels. And then inhale as you lengthen. And again, gently roll it up, feel that stretch. And then extend it back. Give me one more. And bring it all the way back up. Beautiful. Now, I want you to take your knees out a little bit, kiss your toes together, and kind of elevate yourself. So it's almost like you're trying to stick your butt back, keeping that neutral alignment. It's almost like a hinge. We're going to extend the arms out, okay? And then you're going to come up, and you're going to lift, and you're going to squeeze your glutes. We're going to sit it back. You're going to come up and you're going to squeeze the glutes. Reach it back, lengthen, hinging it, and then come all the way back up and squeeze. Reach it back, and pull the navel towards the spine as you come back up. Reach it back, and lift. Press. Only go where you feel comfortable as you press back. Reach and down. So thinking about pushing your shoulders down and back as you reach those arms forward. Ears are stacked right in line with the shoulders. Getting the stretch through the glute. Waking those knees up. Reach it. And come back up, and then we're going to stay down. So you're going to stay down, you're going to reach those arms, and you're going to pulse it up and up. So you're going to feel all of your back muscles. Pull your shoulders down, Sandra. Pull them down. Long neck. Long neck. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back down into a little child pose. Nice work. Stretching it forward, hands on top of the ball. Lengthen with a nice deep inhale. Exhale, tuck the hips under. And again, extend out, reach, and tuck it under. Beautiful. Again, reach it out. Nice deep breath, stretch the shoulders, tucking it under with that exhale. And again, reach it long. And tuck it under. One more time. Take it forward. And then gently roll yourself all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to come all the way down to onto our belly. And we're going to extend the legs out into a little bit of a straddle. We're We're going to bring the hands on top of the ball, and you're going to look straight down to the floor. Elbows are slightly out to the side. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and then you're going to exhale, and you're going to push against the ball, and you're going to lift that chest up, squeeze your glutes, and then you're going to slowly lower back down. And again, pressing it up, so you're going to feel a little bit of the triceps, push, and then slowly let it release. Lift up, that's 3. Watch your wrist alignment, making sure your hands are right on top of the ball. Pressing it up for 4, and bringing it back down. For 5, connect through the glutes. 6, exhale, inhale as you lower. 7, give me one more, and 8, and then gently release. Beautiful. This time I want you to just crisscross your feet. Just crisscross your feet. Your knees are still out to the side. And we're going to do little pulses up. So we're going to press against the ball, tuck your chin, and we're going to push against the ball and push. So a little tricep action. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8, and then slowly release. Beautiful work. Bringing the ball on your hands, you're going to just grip that ball, you're going to extend the arms out. We're going to circle the left arm to the back with the ball, lifting the chest up, reach to your glutes, and then slowly release. And then switch to the other side. So bring it up and release. I want you to squeeze through the glutes, lift up, and you're just passing it right to left, and then left to right. Feeling your lower back work, major core, connect through the glutes. Try to lift the shoulders up, down and back, lifting that chest up off of the mat. Good. One more time. And slowly release. Walk your hands in, and you're going to slowly push yourself up to all fours. Coming into a little child pose, taking a nice deep breath in as you reach the ball forward. And then again, exhale, tucking the hips. So just lengthening. Inhale, working the opposing stretch. Exhale as you curl up. Pressing it down. Last one. And then gently bringing it all the way up. Fantastic. All right. We're going to flip it around. Should be a little bit warmer. We're going to place that ball towards the mid part of your back. All right, so kind of like in the mid part, so a little bit towards the upper part of the shoulder blade, and we're going to take it and we're going to stretch all the way over the ball. Just open out through the shoulders, feel that stretch, and then we're going to curl up. So we're going to curl up, you're going to exhale, you're going to inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. And 3, and stretch, and 4, and stretch, keeping the shoulder blades down and back. 5, and stretch, 6, and stretch. 2 more. 7, 1 more. And 8, and we're going to hold it up at the top, and you're going to give me little pulses up. Breathe. Up and up. So pull down on the ribs, squeeze it up there, reach it up there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. Now we're going to crisscross to the left leg, right elbow to the thigh, and then you're going to extend that right arm out to the back and then pull back in. So there's a little twist. So reach it out, nice full inhale, exhale as you come up. That's 3. Reach it back. That's 4. Curl in, reach it back. 5. Reach it back. 6. Keep the elbows out wide. 7. Give me one more. And 8. Now we're going to do a full extension with the leg. So we're going to reach back and we're going to lift to the toe and then reach it back. And 2. Reach it back. 3. Nice deep breath. 4. Straight legs. 5. 6. 7. One more. And 8. Hold it at the top. Hold it at the top. Pull. Pull down on the abs. And then slowly release it. Nice work. Other side. So we're going to crisscross elbow to the knee and then extend back and reach. Crisscross to the knee. That's 2. And reach it out. Bring it in. That's 3. And reach. And 4. Really twist it out. 5. And 6. Nice deep breath. 7. And 8. Now full leg up. So we're going to reach to the toe. Up. And stretch back. Feeling the burn through the upper part of the ab. 2. Reach it back. 3. Straighten that leg a little more. 4. Reach it back. 5. 6. 7. Give me one more. And 8. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Hold it. Lift the shoulders up a little bit higher. Hold, 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 hold. And then slowly let it down. Stretch over the ball. Just stretch and get that release. Just take some nice deep breaths. Whew. Opening out, feeling the expansion through the rib cage. And then we're going to slowly roll ourselves all the way up off of that ball. Beautiful work. Bringing it all the way back down, this is where we're going to take that ball right underneath the hips. So we're going to bridge up. We're going to place that ball right at the tailbone, and then you come down. And this is where I want you to think about that neutral spinal alignment, making sure we're not collapsing over the ball, but keeping the hips kind of perpendicular to the floor, bringing the feet up to parallel into a tabletop, and we're going to go into toe taps. I want you to reach the leg far towards the top of your mat and then bring it back in, and then toe tap the other side and bring it back in. There's a slight bend in the knee, but you are trying to reach and then bring it back up. Reach and bring it back up. Inhale on one side and then exhale on the other side. Beautiful. Now if you get a cramp in your feet, just kind of stretch those feet out. You can wiggle the toes around if you need to. Making sure the shoulders are anchored to the mat. Reaching that leg long. Nice work. Maintaining that neutral spinal alignment. Give me one more, and then we're going to come into a little L position with the legs. So the right leg's going to go down, the left leg is going to go up. You just extend the legs, you bring the legs back to tabletop, and then you switch. So we're just extending. You should feel that stretch through the hamstring, nice and slow. Reach it long, pull. Bring it back in, making that L with the legs, feeling that stretch to the hamstring. Extend. Yeah, beautiful. Ooh, long legs. Nice, Denise. Bring it back in. Again, making sure we're not collapsing over that ball. Give me one more. And then we're going to bring both legs all the way up, and we're going to come into scissors, and we're going to pulse for 2. So we're going to scissor out 1, 2, and 1, 2. Reach and reach. Again, getting that little stretch to the hammy. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Now, we're going to straddle out the legs, and we're going to do a little helicopter. So we're going to straddle, and you're going to circle those legs, bringing it back around, and then you're going to switch. So coming into that L, and then straddle, and then helicopter it. Beautiful. This is where you get that hip opener. You're going to feel those inner thighs work. Again, maintain neutral spinal alignment. There's no movement through the upper body. Just letting those legs rotate. And as big as you can make it, right? As big as you can make it. Circle it around. Give me one more. And then pull both knees in. Give yourself a nice hug. Woo, roll those feet around, and then we're going to place the feet down on the floor, lift those hips back up off the ball, and slowly roll all the way down. Bringing the knees into a tabletop, bringing the ball right in between the ankles. Okay, we're going to come into a double leg stretch. So we're going to extend both legs out, and then you're going to slowly bend the knees back in. This is where you need to keep that lower back connected, and you only go down as far as you can keep your lower back connected to the mat. That's it. Keeping the knees kind of like hip apart, so don't butterfly the knees out when you pull in. Extend out and bring it in. Now, option to lift the head up and reach those arms towards the end of your mat, and then slowly come back down. So you curl up, and we come back down. Tucking your chin in, taking the pressure off of the neck, and release. Bring it up, and release. Give me one more, and extend it out, taking the hands behind the head, and we're going to pulse the ball with our feet. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to lift those legs up. You're going to grab the ball. You're going to extend back. And then you're going to come back up. Take the ball in between the ankles and reach it down. So you're just transferring that ball from your hands to your ankles. Maintaining that neutral spinal alignment, nice straight legs. Last one. And slowly bring it all the way back in. Beautiful. Just let those knees drop to the right and to the left. Just little windshield wipers, letting that lower back release. Just take some nice deep breaths. And then slowly release. And we're going to roll over onto one side. It doesn't matter what side. If you want to be on the left side, that's fine. We're going to take that ball right in between our ankles. And then you're going to extend both legs out, okay? Now you can lay all the way down if this bothers your shoulder, or if you feel like you're kind of sinking into the shoulder. You want to be lifted through that rib cage. And we're going to take that ball and we're going to roll the ball up. It's almost like finding the knee, and then let it extend. There's a lateral rotation from the hips. You're pulling that knee back, and then you're letting it extend all the way down. That's 3, and then all the way down, full extension. 4, you're going to feel that glute work. 5, lift up taller through the ribs. 6, beautiful. 7, engage those abs, especially as you push away. And 8, and then let it release. Beautiful. Push away from the mat, lift through the shoulders, hold it here, and we're going to pulse that ball right in between the knees. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the glute as tight as you can squeeze. Hold it there. And then we're going to push the shoulder away, and we're going to rotate towards the back of the wall. So we're going to lift the legs up, and then you're going to lower back down. Now, to make it easier, you can bring the ball in between the knees and come here, okay? So that's going to be another option. So we're going to lift up for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Feel those obliques work. 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8, and bring it all the way down. Awesome. All right, lay all the way down to the mat. Let the head release. Ball is still in between the ankles. And we're going to lift both legs up without rolling back. So when we lift, you want to activate through the core, keeping the hips stacked. All right, so we're going to lift up for 1 and down, 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 and down, 5 and down, 6 and down, 7 and down. Now hold it at the top. Hold it. Give me little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it down. Awesome. So wiggle your toes in case your arches get a little cramped. Now we're going to lean back slightly, so anchor that bottom hip down, and we're going to pull the knees towards the elbow. So we're going to pull in, curling into a little tiny ball, and then you're going to extend out. So bring it in for 2, extend out, 3, extend out, 4, extend out, pulling right to the elbow, 5, extend out, 6, and press, 7, you got one more, and 8, and then bring it all the way down. Good. We're going to press ourselves all the way up. Give yourself a little mermaid stretch. I know those are intense. Just stretch it over. Whew, we are going to stay on this side, and we're going to come around, and we're going to come all the way to the left side, lifted up on that knee. Now, we're going to extend the arm up, and we're going to push the shoulder away from the mat and try to flatten your back foot. And we're going to lift straight up with that bottom leg. So we're going to lift up for 1, down, 2, good, 3, feel those obliques, 4, press it all the way up, 5, 6, 7, one more. We're going to hold it up there, trying to get that leg parallel to the floor, and you're going to pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, pull that leg back, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it there. And we are going to bring that leg forward, and then you're going to flex it all the way back. Bring it forward, extend all the way back. I know, these are tough. It looks easy. And extend all the way back. So Sandra, see if you can open out through the chest. There you go. Bring it forward and extend it all the way back. Squeeze your glute. Bring it forward and extend. Forward and extend. Give me one more. And then hold it back there, hold it back there. Reach that arm all the way over the top of the head. Reach long. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then slowly drop all the way down. Coming into Little Mermaid stretch. Reach that ball. Stretch over. And reach it over. Nice work, everybody. One more time. Stretch it over. Get that reach. And then bring it all the way up. Fantastic. Guess what? We're going to go over to the other side. So, you're going to bring the ball right in between your ankles. You can either lay all the way down if this bothers your shoulder, or you're going to prop yourself up, but make sure you're lifting up through the rib cage. Extending both legs out, laterally rotate. So you're trying to pull the knees together, okay? Pull the shoulders back, abs in tight, and we're going to slide that leg up, finding the knee, rotate that knee back, and then slide it down. Bringing it up, rotate, try not to roll back, extend all the way down for 3. And extend all the way down. Beautiful. 4. All the way down. Try to lift and push away from that shoulder. 5. Wrap that knee to the back. 6. So lift that knee even higher. Try to rotate it back. 7. One more. And 8, and then bring it all the way back down, and then we're going to pulse that ball for 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now we're going to rotate to the back. So you're going to rotate the hips back. If you want to take the hand behind, if you want to bring the ball in between the knees to shorten the distance, and we're going to lift up, and then we're going to come back down. And 2, and bring it back down. And 3, bring it back down. And 4, try to get those legs straight. And 5, bring it down. 6, bring it down, really extend, nice paw. 7, you got one more. And 8, hold it there, and then slowly bring it all the way down. Fantastic. We're going to lay all the way down to the mat, so head comes down. And we are going to pulse that ball for 8 right here, so activate those inner thighs. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to lift both legs all the way up. So 1 and down. 2 and down. 3 and down. Feel that oblique. 4 and down. 5 and down. Squeeze those inner thighs. 6 and down. Come on. 7. Lift them a little bit higher. Give me one more. Hold it at the top. And we're going to pulse it up for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep them lifted. And then you're going to pull both knees in towards the elbow. So you're going to curl into that tiny little ball. And then extend all the way out. So you inhale as you pull in, 2, exhale as you extend, 3, and extend, 4, and extend, 5, and extend. Come on, you got this. 6, and extend, 7, and extend. You got one more, and 8, and then drop it down. Take that ball, gently press yourself up, coming into mermaid stretch. And then stretch it over. Nice work, everybody. Take it over. I know Pilates is hard. Takes endurance to a whole different level with that core stabilization. And reach. Stretching it over and then bringing it down, and then we're going to stay on this side. So coming around to a side bend, extending the top leg, reaching that arm, flatten that bottom foot, and we're going to slowly lift that leg up and down. So we're going to come up for 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Kind of pause it at the top. 5, 6, 7, pull through the abs, and 8, hold it at the top, and give me little pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it there, and we're going to hinge and bring that foot forward, straight leg, flex the foot, pull that leg back. Try to maintain that stabilization through the upper body. So without swinging the upper body forward and back, try to just activate that leg. That's 4. Reach it back. That's 5. Feeling that bottom leg work. Trying to get that leg parallel to the floor. 6. Extend back. 7. Come on, we got this. 1 more. 8. Hold it there. Extend that ball. Reach that arm next to the ear. Stretch it long. Stretch it long. And then slowly drop down into that hip. Coming back into that little mermaid stretch. Oh man, intense, right? Stretch it over, reach, and bring it back. Stretch it over, Sandra. Nice work, girl. And take it back. Bonnie, good work. Stretch it over. And bring it back. Give me one more. And all the way over. And then bring it back. Coming around. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Just take a little breath here. Try to sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are back. Just take some breaths here, letting that body kind of recover from that, especially the shoulders. You might want to roll them back. And then release it a little bit. Kind of shake it out. Awesome work. All right. Coming around to all fours. We're going to bring the ball behind the left leg and coming to all four position. And if you need a little more cushion underneath the knees, you can roll your mat. We're going to come all the way down to the elbows, or you can stay in an all four position. We're going to lift that leg into a donkey kick. So we're going to lift up for 1, slowly down. 2, get that good squeeze through the glute. 3, bring it down. 4, bring it down. 5, take it down. 6, trying to get that ball parallel to the floor. 7, one more. 8, hold it at the top, and we're going to pull that heel in and pulse it for 8. So flex your foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands out slightly forward. We're going to come into a little tricep push-up. So we're going to drop the elbows and you're going to push back up. Now you are going to feel that hamstring grip. 2, push straight up. 3, push straight up. 4, push straight up. You go back, elbows go back. 5, 6, 7, give me one more, and 8, and then push up. Nice. Hold it there. We're going to pull the knee in, so you're going to C-curve it forward, and then we're going to extend back out and press. Curl in as you exhale, press out as you inhale. Exhale for 3, press it out. For 4, press it out. 5, extend and squeeze. 6, press it up. 7, press it up. Give me one more. 8, hold it up at the top. And we're going to extend the opposite arm so that right arm reaches out. Just hold it. Squeeze that ball tight. Hold, hold, hold. And then slowly let it release. Coming into a little child pose. Extend it back. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck it under. One more time. Inhale, just hold it here. You can kind of rock side to side. Just feel that stretch down the lower back. And then slowly come all the way back up to an all-four position. Awesome work. Coming over to the other side. Nice work, everybody. Curl that ball underneath that right leg. Again, it's your option if you want to go to your elbows or stay in an all-four position. We're just going to flex our foot. You can flex or point, whatever feels comfortable. Press the shoulders away, and we're going to lift up for 1 and drop it down. And 2. Hold that ball tight. And 3. Bring it all the way down. 4. Bring it in. 5. Bring it in. Extend it out. 6. Slowly in. 7. You have one more. You're going to hold it at the top. Hold it there. Flex your foot. And you're going to pulse that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Walk your hands out just a little bit to the front. And we're going to come into that tricep push-up. So we're going to drop down and then push back up for 1. Drop down and 2. Try to keep that leg lifted. 3. Press it up. 4. Bring it back up. 5. Bring it back up. 6. You got 2 more. Down. Give me one more. Drop and then lift. Beautiful work. You're going to curl that knee in, so a little C curve. Exhale. Inhale as you extend. 1. Curl it in. 2. Curl it in. Press against the floor. 3. Exhale as you pull in. Inhale, 4. Curl it in. And 5. Good work. Curl it in. And 6. Curl it in. And 7. Give me one more. Curl it in. And extend. Lift that leg as high as you can lift. Opposite arm extends out. Try to lift that leg a little bit higher. Hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly bring it all the way down. Awesome work. Oh my gosh, feeling that hammy. Come into that little child pose, extend, nice deep breath, and then exhale, tucking it under. Extend it out, and tucking it under. Give me one more, extending it out, and then slowly roll yourself all the way up. Oh my goodness! Nice work, everybody. You can put your ball off to the side. We're going to step the right foot forward and we're going to stretch it out. So coming into a little crescent stretch, runner stretch, gently press, making sure the knee's right in line with that ankle. You can come up and gently press into a back bend. Squeeze your glute. Take some nice deep breaths. Feel it down the hip flexor, down the quad. And then we're going to stretch it down and back. So taking the hands down, press all the way back, lengthen through that hamstring. You can flex the foot or point it. Take some deep breaths. And then we're going to turn to the front. So you're just going to kind of wiggle yourself to the front. We're going to reach that right arm out, and we're going to come into a little thread the needle. So dropping it down, feeling that deep stretch to the inner thigh, opening out through the hip. Gently push against the mat with your left hand as you get a little bit of a spinal rotation. Take some deep breaths here. And then slowly bring it all the way up, and we're going to rotate to the other side. So just kind of open out, rotate, lift that arm, stretch. It's almost like you're trying to do a little back bend. And then slowly bring that hand back down. Awesome work. Coming over to the other side. So extending that left leg forward, dropping down into that runner stretch or crescent, pushing into that hip flexor. And if you want to get a little bit of a back bend, you can come straight up and push against that leg. Take some deep breaths. Don't forget to connect through that back glute. And then slowly come back down and then shift those hips back, stretching through that hammy. Drop it down. You can flex or point. Take some deep full breaths. As you exhale, try to sink a little further into the stretch. And then slowly bring yourself up, walk yourself to the center. So you got to rotate, extend that leg out. Left arm extends out and thread the needle. So bringing it all the way down. And notice which side feels a little different than the other. Trying to drop the shoulder, press against that right hand as you rotate. And just breathe into it. Take some deep breaths in. And then slowly bring it up and just open up to the opposite side. So reach and try to do a little back bend as you stretch back. Breathe. And then slowly come back down. We're going to sit. And we're going to bring the right foot over the left. And you're going to drop that hip down. Try to pull the knee towards that midline. As you drop the hip, you can wrap the arm and then twist all the way to the back. So you should feel a deep stretch through the IT band. Try to lift the chest a little higher. Take some deep breaths. And then slowly let it release. We're going to extend that right leg out, and we're going to stretch all the way over. Feel it down the waist. And then we're going to stretch it back into a little dancer pose. So we're going to reach it back, lift up, coming into that back bend. Try to push the hips forward. Feel it all the way down that lat on the right side. And then softly return back down to the mat. Beautiful. Switching to the other side. So bringing the right leg under, crisscrossing the left leg on top, and then trying to drop that hip down as you pull that knee across and then rotate back. Try to lift the chest high. Take some nice deep breaths, especially into that IT band. And gently release, extending that top leg out to the side, and then stretch over into that little half butterfly. Try to pull that right shoulder back a little bit. And then slowly come up and take that hand behind, coming up into our little dancer pose. Reach it up, little back bend, stretch it back. And then softly return back down to the mat. Coming into a little butterfly, bringing the feet together, opening out those knees. You might shift the hips side to side a little bit. And take a deep breath in. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders down. And then exhale, we're going to press forward, open the elbows, gently press against the thighs. Feel it down the lower back. Opening out through the hips. And then take a deep breath in. Lift the chest. You can gaze up if you wish. Nice deep breath. And then exhale. And then again, open those elbows. Gently press those knees open. Stretch forward. Take the tension out of the neck. And then softly roll back up. Crisscross your feet. We're going to stretch over to the right. Little rotation. Look over the shoulder. Try to sit as tall as you can. And then switch. Bring it around. Gently push against that leg as you rotate a little bit deeper. Don't force it, but just add a little resistance. And then coming back around, let's do it again. Little twist. Lift up even taller. And then one more time. And then bring it back to the center. Bring it into a deep inhale. Fingertips come together. Exhale, drop the chin. One more time, deep inhale up. And then exhale down, drop the chin. Bring it back to neutral, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Roll the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back. Drop the shoulders down. And again, lifting it up towards the ears. Pull the shoulders down and back, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then drop it down. Shoulders 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then shake it out. 2 thumbs up. Let me know how you did today with your ball. Let me know. How did that feel on your body today? Whoo! Bonnie, how did you do today? As she's crawling off the floor.
That was energy depleting.
It was. It was a tough one.
God, I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, no, it was tough. It was a tough one. Yeah. Denise, how'd you do?
I really like it. I like it with the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you get a little massage. I don't know, it feels like it supports you a little, the whole thing. I really like it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was hard, don't get me wrong. Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get cray-cray. But no, it was good.
Oh my gosh. Sandra, how'd you do?
Yeah, let's not get crazy, okay? It was very hard. I'm glad it's very hard on this cement floor.
Yeah.
So, it's just it takes a lot, but it kind of like it really pushes your skin like more than when you have that cushion from the carpet and all of that. It makes you feel all the muscles against the floor.
The floor, yeah.
It's so painful, but it was good. I'm sweating a little bit. So yeah, it was a good class, hard for my taste. No, no, I'm just kidding. It was really good, really good. I'm glad that I'm kind of like putting my soul into this thing. Let's see what it transpire, like my coach says.
I love it. I love it. I thought you did great. You did fantastic. Paul, how did you do today?
I did well. It was challenging, going slow. I mean, what a core workout. Front, back, side, the whole thing. It's just amazing. And the movements are simple. I mean, they're not difficult, but wow. That ball, wow.
The ball is a wicked little thing. Yeah. So we hit, obliques, right? Major obliques, feeling the extension and the flexion and feeling the glutes and holding and feeling the hammy. So basically total body, right? We got a little bit of upper body too with the push-ups, right? Making sure the elbows are going back and then you're pushing back up. Again, that's going to be core strength. So working the front of the body, the back of the body. So this is always a good one to go back to, even if you do maybe a couple of the exercises just to get that stability, focus, work in the core center. And anytime you can add the ball, sometimes it assists and then sometimes it adds a little more stability, right? You have to add a little more balance, especially when we're balancing on top of that ball. So makes that core really fire. Yeah. But I thought you guys did fantastic. Nice straight legs, all of that. So protein shake and electrolyte, creatine, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. We got a little weight room workout. So we got total body tomorrow. Total body. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. That's right. We're going to put on that muscle mass. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday. Bye, guys.
You too.
Thank you.